have never faced a greater threat. And so, we will fight.
Bill Joyce, was hanging out with his daughter, and she said, "These characters ever met one another, Daddy?" And that was it, just a gem of an idea, and here we are 10 years later.
I'm glad that this film, you have, this kind of Justice League, if you will, of childhood. That concept of all these different characters coming together to fight, some enemy of innocence, if you will. And I think that they did a very imaginative job in the way that they put that together. The tone of the film, I think, really walks a nice line between sweet and appropriate for children, but a little edgier too.
How many adults do you know that sit and watch animated movies? I mean, I do. You've got to keep the fun, spirited, person you are. And it's really important, especially in my work as well, helping families, and, well, that's my excuse anyway.
Incredible cast, best talent you could possibly imagine, the artists, technicians, you name it, it really was like a dream. I mean, not a challenging dream, but a pretty great one.
We talked, when these guys come to you, like Jeffrey Katzenberg, who runs Dreamworks, these are guys who they've done this so many times, and they have so many successes and such a track record that they come to you, and they have an idea of how they want to make the characters seem like they have an identity from somewhere. Though you're not going to talk in some way like Santa Claus is talked, like it was, an old man, a kind of a jolly old man. So to specify the character that way, they gave me the initial idea that I lived in some snowy, remote areas, and it was easier to do a Russian accent than an Icelandic accent. So we went with that.
I think it's really funny how he has the naughty and nice, and how he has all the tattoos on him.
Reached the point where the technology is really keeping pace with the ambitions of the filmmakers, and that just means the ambitions of the filmmakers can expand, which is always a great thing.
The great thing about animated films is that so much of it is unfinished as you do the voice work, and they're almost drawing now around you. They literally have cameras that shoot your mouth and the way you talk and move, so that the animation is very digitally precise.
I think people will see Rise of the Guardians does deliver a stunning visual and 3D experience. Above anything we've done before, I think anybody else has.
He's a legend, He's as much of a legend as Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny himself by this point. So, who better to do it?
It was really, really wonderful, because I thought you always are excited with animation because you don't see it. You do the voice, and they show you pictures, and they might have a little bit of footage, and they might have some mocks, where they have like just outlines of the characters, and they give you a sense of it. So with animation, always you get this kind of present at the end, where you see it at the end of the film, how it comes out. It's really kind of cool.
The core of it, these amazing characters of Santa Claus, and Easter Bunny, and Tooth Fairy, and Sandman, and Jack Frost, and these are icons of all of our childhoods. To have them together in one movie and to see them in a way you've never seen them before, I think is really exciting. And as I say, whether you see it as a child growing up today, or the child in all of us that looks back on, when these characters were so important in our lives, and it's a wonderful story.
Are we ready? Here we go! Out of the way! Yeah! This is going to be epic!